Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another video, and today's video is another top 5 of our series, top 5 of all the tiers. And in this series we are going to discuss all the tiers of Smogon, and I do two videos of every tier. The first video is going to be the top 5 best Pokemon of PU today, and the second video is going to be the top 5 favorite PU Pokemon, or the tier where I'm at in the video that you are watching. But today we have another video of the top 5 of all tiers, and it's PU today. And I really like PU. It's probably my favorite tier, although I really like NU for the moment as well. But PU is just a tier that I really like because you can try out Pokemon that you have never used before, and there are a lot of Pokemon in PU that you most likely haven't used before. So that's what I like about PU, and there are still some really powerful Pokemon in PU that people don't recognize. So let's go on to the top 5 and see what I've brought to the list. Number 5. And the first Pokemon of the list of best PU Pokemon is going to be Ursaring, and Ursaring is such a beast. Ursaring is so good because you don't really know what kind of Ursaring you're facing, because Ursaring has two very useful abilities. It has access to the abilities Guts and Quick Feet, which means Guts, if any status condition is inflicted on Ursaring, he will get a 1.5 boost in attack, I believe, or 1.3. I think 1.5, I'm not totally sure. And Quick Feet means that Ursaring gets a 1.5 speed boost once its its speed gets doubled, actually, I believe, once it is poisoned, which is really good. Both are really useful. Most people use Quick Feet because Ursaring is not that fast, and with a double speed boost it can outspeed a lot of things, which makes it really powerful. And both these abilities are so good because Ursaring has access to the move Facade, which destroys everything after the power gets doubled to 140 base, which is insane. With a 130 attack stat, that's something you don't want to face. It has decent bulk with 75 defenses and 90 HP, so it can take hits. It has really good coverage with moves like Hammer Arm, Crunch, Close Combat, Earthquake. It can do a lot of things, and it is just really dangerous threat in the tier. So definitely watch out for Ursaring in PU, guys. Number 4. So the number 4 on our list is going to be Raichu, and Raichu is one of those Pokemon you see a lot in PU. When people first go into PU, they most likely have Raichu on the team because everyone likes Raichu. It's a really good Pokemon. It's of course the evolution of one of the mascots of Pokemon, Pikachu, and it is a really cute Pokemon, but it is also something with good power. It has 90 attack and special attack, which makes it a good mixed attacker, or a good special, or a physical attacker. It is really dangerous with 110 speed, being one of the faster Pokemon in the tier, and it is just one of those good electric types in the tier. There are still things like Minun and Plusle, which are not very powerful, but Raichu it has access to the ability Lightning Rod, which makes it boost its special attack once it gets hit by an electric type. It has access to things like Extreme Speed because of Pikachu, and Fake Out for if you want to go with a physical Raichu, but also things like Grass Knot, Volt Switch, which is really nice because you get initiative, Knockoff. It has a good move pool, not the greatest, but it can still manage to deal with a lot of Pokemon, which makes it a really good Pokemon and one of those good electric types in the tier which are really dangerous. So let's go on to our number 3. Number 3. And the number 3 on our list is Gourgeist, and Gourgeist is one of those Pokemon that doesn't die. I'm speaking of super size Gourgeist, which has 85 HP and 122 defense, which is insane. Most ghost types don't have an HP stat, but this guy has an 85 HP stat, which is pretty darn good. It can take a lot of hits. It also has a 75 defense, special defense stat, which means that it can take some special hits as well. It is not super frail on the special side, and it's just really annoying because you just can't get past this thing. It has access to Lead Seed, Giga Drain even if you want to go special, but most of them are physical with Shadow Sneak, Will-O-Wisp, Chlorophyll, I believe it does Synthesis is what it gets on the move tutor in ORS, which is really annoying because you think you're finally past this thing and then it goes for the Synthesis. It also has Pain Split, it has a lot of annoying moves, which you just can't get past this thing in PU. It's just really good. You have to be super effective on this thing if you're a physical attacker, if you want to get past this thing, or you have to boost yourself up. But it is just a really darn good Pokemon. It has a good defensive typing, being immune to fighting types, and it is just a really darn good mon, and it just doesn't die, so that's why it's on the number 3 on my list. So let's go on to the number 2. Number 2. And the number 2 on the list is Carracosta, and Carracosta is a really good mon in PU. It is so dangerous with access to the move Shell Smash and the sturdy ability. You can run weakness policy to make it even worse, because that means that you are getting a +4 and a +2 speed Carracosta to damaging your team and wrecking all of it, because it has also access to the move Aqua Jet, which means that you can't even kill it with priority because it will out prioritize you because it's faster. The only downfall that Carracosta has is that it only has 32 speed, so at +2 you can still outspeed it with some Pokemon, but you have to be really fast and have to carry priority if you want to get past this thing, which makes it so good. It is currently suspected for ANU, which I can totally understand because it is a really good Pokemon. You can even go with defensive on Carracosta, which I prefer. I really like defensive Carracosta because it has access to the ability Solid Rock. It has 4 weaknesses, which is kind of not really good, but it does take a lot of hits with that 133 defense and 74 HP stat. You can take a lot of special hits, and the Solid Rock helping you out. It has access to Stealth Rock, so it's a really good defensive mon, but it's much better offensively and much dangerous offensively, which makes it a really powerful threat in the tier, and it is one of the better Pokemon, and that's why it's on the number 2 spot. Number 1. And the number 1 on our list is Beheeyem, because Beheeyem is such a powerful threat in the tier. Beheeyem is a psychic Pokemon, and it's probably the best psychic Pokemon in the tier. It has a 125 special attack stat, and it has access to the ability Analytic, which makes it one of the best Pokemon with that ability. Magnezone is probably the best one with it, but Beheeyem can definitely pull it off with a 40 speed stat. And the ability Analytic boosts your special attack stat when you're slower than your opponent. So if you move less with Beheeyem, you will get a special attack boost, which makes it really good. It forces switches and gets the boost with Analytic. It has access to a lot of coverage moves like Thunderbolt, Energy Ball. What else does it get? It gets Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, Psyshock and Psykick. It has a lot of good moves, so there are not a lot of counters to this mon in PU. It also has access to things like Cosmic Power and Recover, which makes it a really good Pokemon. You can go very mixed, but honestly the best moveset you could go for with Beheeyem is just Specs and straight up power. You one-shot a lot of things. You can carry Psyshock to catch special defensive mons off guard. It is a really good Pokemon and probably the best special attacker in the tier, if you ask me. It has good coverage. It is decently bulky with 75 defenses and 95 special defense. It can take hits and dish out a lot of powerful moves, so that's why it's the number 1 of my list. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There are a lot of cool mons in PU which I really like to showcase to you guys. There will be another PU top 5 coming soon of the top 5 favorite PU Pokemon, in my opinion, of course. And this was all opinion based as well. I know it's a bit late in the video, but I still want to mention it. And if there are any other Pokemon in PU that you think deserve a spot in this top 5, let me know. Let me know what your top 5 is. And then I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.